Hello, hello, hello. We are live. We are back to being live again. I skipped a day, right? And welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Sophie, you are here too. Welcome, welcome to my agency. Welcome, Kalibala Habat. Welcome all. We are live, continuing with our mission of saving some money. And today I'm on these numbers, I don't know if I'm adding them right. According to this, it's showing me number 7, right? We are on saving and investing money. And remember, for those of you who've been following this series, the whole intention why I started this is to encourage you to save some money. I know the world is like crazy. All we care about is surviving, making sure the bills are paid, but you also have to save for emergencies. So welcome, welcome. If you're seeing me for the very first time, my name is Sherifa Nakalima. I'm in Virginia, USA, very passionate about financial independence, about that peace of mind, because you making money, you are saving some, you are investing, you have some passive money, those kind of things, okay? And you're doing something you love. You're not stressed when you're working. Like, see, I'm working from home. Okay, now, let's try to run this quick because I have people who are about to sleep in the chat. It's late over there. For me here, I'm in Virginia, USA, and it's 3:08 p.m. Eastern Time. That's USA Eastern Time. But I have some people in Uganda, it's like 10 after 10, so I have to work tomorrow. Like Sophie, yeah, let's see. Yeah, welcome. Okay, so I started this. I call it the global. This is international. So please like it. I forget to ask you to like and share and subscribe to the channel. This message is international. I call this the Global Saving Money Challenge or mission or whatever you want to call it, movement, because we don't have money saved up. That's what. That's why I said, because I'm here, I'm always saying, come, let's make money online. But then I see, number one, that we feel comfortable the way we are. We don't think about it much, maybe. But then number two, we don't even know what to do. We are overwhelmed. So I said, let's just get the numbers out. Let's look at how much we're making. Let's look at how much we are spending, what's left, or we are red, and let's make some money. And where I end with this, I invite you to come on School. And School is the platform where you make money. Okay, and if you come in later, the link will be in the pinned comment or be in the description. Right now it's in the description. You can come on School, and in fact the link you find will take you to my free community on School. That's where I share how you start the making money part. But let's first get on knowing how much we have in savings. Do you have some savings? Okay, we finished number 1. There are 10. Number 1 was housing. Number 2 was utilities, those bills, electric, water, gas. Number 3 was food, groceries, and household items. Number 4 was transportation costs. Number 5 was healthcare costs. Number 6 was debt, these debts that you have. You owe credit cards, individuals, all that debt. Number 7 now, today, is saving. So how much money are you putting aside for saving? You know, when I come here, I do some research. And some gurus advise like this. Okay, we're about to get to the 8 points I'm about to cover, but let me give a premise here. Some people believe, or they advise, that it doesn't make sense to have some money in savings when you have credit card debt that is charging a lot of interest. But others say it doesn't make sense to pay off credit cards when you actually have nothing left, no cash. So I would say we could do both. We could do both. You save some and then also be reducing on the debt if you can. So in this one, I'm covering 8 points. And number 1 is, what do we mean by saving? Number 2, what do we mean by investment? Number 3, what are the types of saving, the ways to save money? Number 4, the types of investments, especially for us people, not the big, but us who are starting out. Number 5, the type of how do you save, tips, how to save money. Number 6, tips how to invest money. Number 7, the common mistakes when we are saving money. And number 8, the common mistakes when we invest. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I did some research, and to make it quick, I think I'm going to just follow the notes I have. So we just get out the points. Normally, I like to chat and ask questions, but let's keep it going. What do you think? Those in the chat. Because if I keep asking you questions, now we're going to get into that and then make it too long. But I would advise for you, please, or I would not advise, ask. Please, when I mention some points, just chat about it. Just chat about what I'm saying, okay? Like, for example, those 7 that I already covered, which one really you love the most? Some of you who have followed me. By the way, these are all videos. I came live and they're all videos. If you go under live, they follow each other. They become videos. So which one of these? Was it housing, utilities, food, groceries, transport, healthcare, debt, or today's saving? Which one, like, would you like? Where are you having issues, or is it expensive for you? It's stopping you from saving money. Okay. Now let's go. Savings. What do we mean by savings? What we mean is, in simple terms, money we set aside for future needs. Instead of spending it now, we put it aside. I'm not going to go more about that. It's easy, right? We put aside money for a future need. Number 2, what do we mean by investments? Investment means using your money to grow wealth over time. Although, for our situation, you could use this money. Okay, saving. No. Okay, sorry. What do we mean by investments? It's using your money to grow wealth over time, or to grow the money. You know, the word wealth is too big, but to make your money grow, become more. Okay. Now, types of savings. Number 1, according to this research I did, emergency fund. They put 3 to 6 months. I said no, it's not enough. It's not enough. Please, 3 to 6 months could be the beginning, but it's not enough, because when we talk about saving for emergency, we're talking about emergencies that are even beyond, or a car broke down, or someone is sick or something. No, when it stops the income from coming. According to me, that's my definition of a real emergency. When you cannot bring money in, you cannot go to work, that one is a real emergency. So I say 3 months is not enough, but it's a good beginning. 6 months, maybe you lost a job, or you are sick in the hospital, stuff like that. So they are saying 3 to 6 months. I would say 6 to 8 months. Even the gurus changed it. They say you need more than 6 months, because these things happen. When my husband had an accident, it took almost over a year. Okay, so you need the savings to cover your bills. That's what you mean. The saving that's enough to cover your monthly expenses. To make it simple, if your monthly expense is $1,000, you need at least 6,000 saved up, or 8,000 saved up. But that's in simple terms. People don't survive on 1,000, especially in these countries. No. Okay, so we are talking about types of savings. Yes, we said emergency fund, short-term savings for like vacation, holiday, upcoming bills, stuff like that. So when you are saving, you could say this one is reserved for a short-term thing, especially if you're talking about holiday. Like for us people who travel, I travel to Uganda. I'm originally from Uganda. So you have to think about it. Okay, normally we think about it like a year ahead. Okay, going to Uganda, for example, me, if I said I want to go to Uganda right now, I'm thinking of like 5,000 USA dollars. So you say, okay, I'm planning to go to Uganda next year. You start saving. That's, you save and separate it from. That's the best way to travel. Otherwise, if you charge it on credit card, when you come back, you don't feel good. So we like to save and plan when you're going to travel. Now that was number 2. The first one was emergency fund. The second one is short term. When you have some short-term goal, you save money for that. Or now another one is the goal. You have a goal-based saving. That's similar. Saving, for a house, a car, education. Yes. So that one can be actually a detailed topic. For example, here in America, where they have, for the most part, free education. So from at least first grade, kindergarten, depending on the state, up to high school, it's considered free. Although some people, they have private schools, different kind of arrangements, right? But you can take your child to school without paying fees. But you deal with clothing and books and stuff like that. Of course, it is that expense. And also the kids at home, you have to feed them. So the cost of when you have their child and they're going to school, it's not like it's all free. You're dealing with everything else that goes with that. And especially because they don't wear uniforms, the clothing is actually expensive. And so it's talking about saving for a house, a car, and education. The reason I was mentioning this is because it's free education at the lower level is so expensive when it comes to college. So college is so expensive. Okay, at least $30,000 a year. I think it's more right now. It's more than that. So what they do, or what we've done, I've done it. You save for college, and you start as soon as you have a child. For me, we started. I think my daughter was like 2.5 years. So you start really early to start saving for education. That's going to happen 15 years later. Can you imagine? This is crazy. Yes. So start putting it aside. But there are programs. This could be like a whole topic. They have programs where you put in the banks, and it doesn't have, you put in a program and they don't have to. They call them, for us here, we use it's called the 529 plans, so that you pay and you don't pay taxes on that money. And yeah, you save it until it's used only for that. Okay, so anyway, that was the by the way. So goal-based savings, or a house, for people who buy houses or mortgages, they want maybe 10%, 20% down, like you have to have at least 20%, they say. They say 10%, depending on how you qualify. That would be great if you had like 20% down. But you see, me, I'm a Muslim. A Muslim would say, I don't buy on credit, I pay it cash. That's a different story. Then you have to save for a long time until you can buy a house that costs like over $200,000, $300,000. That's a lot of money. But most people, they buy on mortgage, so they save. You need at least 20% saved up. Also, at 10% in some programs, you could buy a house. What I mean by that, if the house is $200,000, you would have at least 40,000 USA dollars saved up. But if it's 10%, then 40,000, $20,000 saved up. To be on the safe side, behave like an investor. The investors, they pay 20%. I have not been in the market for houses for a while, but I think those numbers are still correct. Okay, so then we said goal-based. Then retirement savings. That one is also an issue with Muslims. Some people don't believe in that, putting your money in the 401ks and IRAs. Do you know why? Because it pays interest. They don't like things that pay interest, but many of them are forced to do this because they are work related. So if you are to work, your employer is matching the funds. They say, if you save 5,000, we'll match it with 5,000. That's free money. So they take it, and then they think about how to deal with religious issues. I want to go in that. I've just mentioned it. Okay, those are savings. Let me recap. Types of saving: emergency, short-term saving, goal-based saving, retirement savings. Now, what about the types of investments? Now, I'm not going to talk like those gurus who do you could go find the gurus, they have their language they use, but I'm talking about people like us, when you have little money. So what are the types of investment could you do? According to this, again, I have to talk about the Muslims. High yield saving accounts, they want you to put your money in saving, but some people may say, I don't want money in saving because it's going to add interest. I don't want to earn interest. So that someone may say, I don't want to do that. Then the CD, certificate of deposit, all this is interest based. Stocks, I like that one. Because with the stock, you just invest in a company. If you put your money in a company, as they grow, you earn as it grows, that gets better. That's the kind of investment would suggest, because that doesn't have the religious issues. If you say, okay, you decide the company, a good example here would be like Home Depot. Home Depot, they just sell things, household material, household stuff, nothing haram over there. So you say, I'll invest my money, I'll buy a Home Depot stock. I think Home Depot is halal, I think, for most part. So you just go buy your stock. If the stock goes up, you make some money. That is healthy investing. And for me, I'm thinking, I used to do that. I need to go back. They're called, I think they mentioned them here. Let's see if they're going to mention them. Remember I said it's high yield savings, certificate deposit, stocks. And then, so on stocks, they have some notes for you here from my research that you start with fractional shares using investing apps, that you choose strong established companies or index funds, stay consistent and think long term. That was advice on buying stocks, right? And then they say you could buy baskets of many stocks, like index funds, ETFs. They are together. It's like doing mutual funds. They are together, so you buy and to lower the risk, because these small companies, you could lose your money really fast. They go under really quickly, so you have to be careful. If you're going to put there your money, don't put too much or put in different. That's why they're saying basket. And bonds, all this is the interest stuff, treasury bills, real estate, crowdfunding, micro investing apps, education. But this one, the one I like, they said education and skills. Invest in yourself. Just education, learn, get better, because when you invest in yourself, you get paid more. In fact, we don't think like that. Actually, when you pay money to go back to school, when you pay money to learn some kind of not necessarily formal education, but like how we do online here. I came online, I didn't know any of this stuff I'm doing, but I had to learn how to set up a business online, how to do funnels, how to do emails, all this stuff. You are getting better. Then you earn. That's a kind of investment, according to this one. Okay, tips how to save money. I think if you had any person discussing saving money, they talk about pay yourself first. Have you heard of that? Oh, welcome, Rocky Cookies in the house. We have Nalong in the house. Welcome. Do you know, have you heard of pay yourself first? You know, when you hear it, you may not understand it. Let me try to, I think I'm going to explain it right. So they're saying, when you make money, you know it's limited money. It's never enough money. But before you do anything else, before you even do what we're talking about, okay, look at all these bills and pay yourself first. You be on the list. Put yourself there on the list. You say gas, electric, water, Sharifa. Sharifa's on the list too. Pay yourself first, which means you're going to pay yourself first, whether you make the money there or it's not. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what they do. They say. And another way of doing that, to force yourself to save money, you could put a standing order in your bank and say, especially these days, most money is automated. You open another account and say, this is practical, by the way, what I'm saying you can do. You go and say, I'll open this second account, please. Every time I get a paycheck, you know, maybe you're paid every Friday, every 15th. On the 17th, always send $200 to that account. So the bank is doing it, and you're not the one responsible for it. So that one, you in your brain, let's assume you make $2,000 every paid time, like they send you $2,000, right? Now, because you know 200 is already gone, in your brain, in your thinking, you have 1,800. So that's a good way. You don't think of the money you put away. Don't wait until you get it, because if you wait until you get it and then you have to and take it yourself, that's hard. So when you're going to follow this pay yourself first, automate it. Automate it so it's gone. Your brain doesn't remember it. It's not there. And don't even think about it. It's gone. Although it's still yours, right? I did this before, so I know it's a good method. And if you do like Lisa Nichols says, don't even look at it. Don't check that account to know how much it is. No. Because when you see how much it is, you're going to be tempted to touch it. So ignore to see what's going on. Just keep automating. You'll be surprised. So that's a way to save. Pay yourself first. It doesn't matter if you're making enough or not, still pay yourself first. Now I'm thinking, if you look around and you don't have any money, you're most likely going to touch it, right? Try not to touch it. Just go look for ways to make more money, okay? Track your spending to identify waste. Now that's where I come in. That's why I invite you to come to my free community. That's what we're going to do. When I finish this series that I'm doing here, I'd like all of you to be in my free community at that time, so we go into the details of this. So go back to the way you spend your money. Let's find some money that we are spending, we shouldn't be spending. That's what they're saying here. Track your spending. find something you could cancel. I just did that kind of thing. I just went online and looked at everything I'm paying for. I canceled something. Cancel something to save some money. Use savings challenges. Okay, we're going to do those inside there. Then cut unnecessary expenses, not the thing that bring you joy or value. Going to the movie theater could give you joy, but doesn't mean it's necessary. You could cut it. Okay, keep saving in a separate account, which I just said, to reduce temptation. Yeah, I said that already. Okay, now, the other thing about saving is, because you may wonder, sometimes, like what they were mentioning right there, that is starving yourself too much, like overdoing it. So how do you know what to leave in and what to remove? For example, when I'm here on YouTube, someone was saying there is a little meditation, Virgin meditation that I listen to like every morning. And someone put a comment. They said, I love this meditation, but it brings ads too much. Like they bring ads because it's a YouTube video. So then I put a comment for them. I said, do what I do. I pay for YouTube Premium. So if you feel like ads are annoying on YouTube, pay for Premium. I pay like $13 a month or something. Pay for Premium so that annoying thing is not happening. Sometimes it's just a peace of mind. So how do you decide what to cancel and what to keep? Like me, I chose to keep it, because if you are a YouTuber, by the way, Sophie, if you're a YouTuber, when you have YouTube Premium, that's when they allow you to save your videos, to download your videos. You could have a video that's already uploaded, but to download it back to your whatever, you have to have a premium, or they don't allow you to download it. Did you know that? So that's a way to. So I'm thinking, if you are eliminating things, think of they call it friction, how you feel about it. Maybe it's important to you. That's how you feel good. Keep it. Then some of them remove. Like for me, I removed cable. I don't use cable, like the cable television. No, I don't need it. We have this internet. The news are everywhere on TV. I don't have time to watch all those channels they have. So it was easy for me. I said, I don't need you. You are gone. Okay? Yeah, I'm practicing what I'm preaching over here. Okay, where are we? I don't want to lose I had some notes here. I was following. Did we lose the notes? I was on what? I need to go back. I was on. Who can remind me where I was? Types of investments. We finished that. Tips how to save. Yes. Tips how to invest. Yes. Saying, no. We're still on saving. Cut unnecessary expenses. That's what I was on. Keep saving in a separate account. I did that. Tips how to invest. Start small. Now, that's when you go back to the point I said at the beginning. When you are investing money, tip how to start small. Consistency matters more than the amount. I remember when I started saving and I had put my money away and saving, and then they start raising the amounts. They say, okay, this one you can't do it until you have like 5,000. You can. So when you have small amounts, now that's when I come to the chat. Are you still here? Oh, Muhammad is in the house. I didn't not see you. What tips do you have for someone, so I can say it in there? Because for me, if you ask me if you're making some money, I would say, and you're like in Africa, I'd say build a little thing. If you have some land somewhere, please go build something, because that will never be a loss. People will pay money to be in it, or it will serve you yourself. You go live it, be in it. So that's the best investment for anyone. I say build something. Go build something. Now, if you can't build something, and also if you don't have enough money to even start, what do you do? Especially if you don't have a plot. I'm talking about Africa now, or another country, not America. America is a different game. You don't have the land. I mean, the way you buy, you just use loans and stuff. It's hard to save a lot of money. So my question to you is, the ones in the chat, if you have small money, how do we invest it? What could you invest with? I don't even know. If you are in USA and you have like $1,000, how do you invest? Do you have an idea? Give me, let me see. Those who are watching, if you are in Uganda, that would be the equivalent of a little bit less than 4 million Uganda shillings. How do you invest? Maybe the other thing I could say, I should have said it before the building, the business. You start a small business, and then you use the profits to build. That could work also. So what do you suggest, Herbert? We have Muhammad in the house, and we have Rookie Cookie, we have Sophie. If you had, let's take you back, so most of you are connected to Uganda. If you are in Uganda, you had $4 million, what's the best way to invest it? Especially if you're going to add on more. That's not all you have. You're going to keep adding on. What's the best way? Let me see. Give me some ideas in the chat. Because I ignored you. I've been talking to myself all this time. I didn't talk to you. Anyone can type quick. How do you, because business for me, I have this business thing always. I think of business. Even before you build the house, it will be better to invest this money, then you use the profits to build that little house we're talking about. That will be a better idea. But only we are starting small. That's a problem. If you don't have a lot of money, you are not responding to me, and then I need to move on. Okay, tips how to invest small, consistency matters. Start small, consistency matters. Then learn before you leap. Meaning what? Understand what you are investing in. That's so important. Don't rush. Understand the best way to invest in something. Talk to someone who's doing it already. Like when people come online here, when I invite you to come and do like what I'm doing, I'm already doing it. So go talk to a person who is doing something. Let's see. It can buy a small plot of land for resale. Like, really? Wow, really? 4 million? Are you serious? Okay, someone is suggesting that you could buy a little plot of land for resale. You know, this resale thing is a very interesting idea. But can you keep buying and reselling when you switch titles like that? You keep transferring, or you don't? When you buy from someone, like if I bought a plot from you and it's for resale, do I transfer the name and everything, or I just resell it? How does that work? Oh, someone has an idea. It can buy 10 goats of a good breed. You already have land. See, people have ideas over here. That's a good idea, Karibala. See that idea? Goats. Okay. Where are we gonna put goats if you don't have land? Because you put if you don't have land, how do you deal with goats? Oh, that land is not titled. So the Chibanja kind. So you buy and sell. She has good ideas. See, it's good I asked. So by the way, we're about to end this one. I don't want it to be too long. Some people have to sleep. Okay, it's the tips here. They're saying diversify, spread your money across. Yes, different types of investments. Don't put all eggs in one basket. Reinvest earnings to grow. Yes, I'll believe in that. If you start a little shop, whatever profit you make, first put it in and grow. But at some point, when you feel like it's good enough now use the profits to build that little space we want to build, okay? Set clear goals, short, medium, long term. Stay patient. Investing is a long-term game. Okay, now 2 items left. Common mistake, but I appreciate, Sophie, those ideas. I'm thinking, now I'm thinking also. 2 items left on my list. Common mistakes in savings. Not having an emergency fund. See, this one agrees with me. Because someone was giving advice that it doesn't make sense to have money in savings when you don't have any when you have high interest credit cards. But I think having some cash is a good idea. So let's do both. Put a little over here and a little over there. And today we are not talking about paying off credit cards. We'll talk about that some other time. But there's a way to also formulas to do it. I mentioned it a little bit in the previous video. Okay. Saving too little or irregularly. That's a mistake. Of course, you save too little because you have little, right? That's a mistake. I wouldn't call that a mistake. Maybe I'll say irregularly. That's a mistake. That's why we want to use the automation in the bank. However small it is, it adds up, adds up, adds up. Okay, mixing savings with spending accounts. That's wrong. Of course, that's wrong. You don't want the account where you're saving your money to be the one you're using groceries also to shop for groceries or anything else. No. Yes, that's a huge mistake. Open a different account for this purpose. In fact, I would have even 2 different accounts, even 2 separate banks. You could have one account, one bank, in fact, 2 banks, all doing some saving. One checking, one saving, then another in another bank, one checking, one saving. I know there are fees of the checking, but it's worth it because we could get into the issues of relying on one bank. That's also another risk. So 2 banks, 2 saving accounts, yes. Okay, mixing saving with spending, that's bad. Ignoring inflation, yes, you lose money. Of course, you lose money because what you had at the beginning of the year, at the end, you lost it. You have to think about it. Not setting clear goals. I think that one will fail. But I'll say, even if you don't have clear goals, at least the goal of saying, I'm saving so much every month is good enough. That's me. Common mistakes in investments. Starting too late, of course. You start too late because you didn't have, maybe you spent money on buying expensive stuff. Yeah, it's starting too late, one mistake. Investing without research is another. That's how we lose money. Make sure you understand what you're investing in. Trying to time the market. Some people do it. They time the market. Yeah. It's like when you're in school and you say, I don't have to study everything. I'm sporting. You don't study everything. You're sporting. Sporting what? You have to study everything. So trying to time the market, that's wrong. Putting all money in one investment. Already we saw that. Focusing only on high returns. Yeah. Because you may say, oh, this one you make a lot of money really quickly. Most people think like that, even here online. But a steady profit could be better than things that go like this. Okay, you make a lot of here and then you lose it, stuff like that. That's what they're warning. Focusing on high returns. Getting scared during downturns. Yeah, especially the stock market. You say, oh, I bought Home Depot. Now Home Depot's falling. Now it's going down. Wait, it's going to come back up, okay? They use the average. Okay, not reinvesting your earnings. Yes, you make a profit, you take it out and go shopping. That's wrong. I'm done with this. So do you have anything to add? Selling clothes, selling clothes, is that a good thing or a buy one? That is not titled. Okay, I had that one. So what do you mean, Kalibala, about selling clothes? You want to sell? No. I had my late sister gave me a tip. She said the worst business you can do is selling clothes because she did it herself. She would go to, mostly she'd go to London, she'd go to Italy, she'd go to Italy for shoes. She went also to, what was that? Where they have short people. Anyway, that's not the point. The point she was saying that clothes is a very dangerous, not dangerous, risky, not even risky, not good. Because she said what happens when you go to buy in wholesale, they may give you all the sizes. So you have to take some small, some medium, some large, some extra large. When you come to sell them, the small tend not to be, they make losses. So you may think you are making good money, but actually you are losing from the stock because some stocks is left. That's the problem with clothes. Some stocks are left not sold. That's a problem. So you may not find very small people to wear those small sizes. At least that's what she said. She had done it for years, and I think I agree. That's why we had to switch our business from clothes to spares, motor spares, because the spares, they buy all the time. They buy and finish all of everything. They may not sell today. If I'm selling tires, they may not buy them tomorrow today, but they'll buy them at some point. They will. Okay, thank you so much for watching this. Remember, we'll continue this conversation in my free community where we go in detail to see how are you doing, especially when I finish this series. Remember, I'm doing 10. That was number 7. 8 will be next. And number 8 will be, it's going to be fun. Number 8. It's going to be tomorrow, God willing, personal and lifestyle. How much are you spending on yourself? Yeah, that one I'm going to be very tough on you because that's why we lose the money. How much are you spending on yourself? You are going shopping, yet you have credit card debt over here. You are buying new things. You are going to do hair and skin and all these things. Yeah. I know you're gonna say, "What are you talking about? You don't take care. You don't look like you take care of yourself really well." That's true, but I know that. Anyway, it depends. I'm self-employed. If you are employed by another of them and say, "Oh, you have to dress like this, you have to be like that," no, I do what I want. Okay, so that's tomorrow. We are talking lifestyle, personal, the money we spend on ourselves. Thank you so much for watching this. Please like it. Please add a comment when you come. What did you take any tip out of this? I want to invite you, as I'm closing this, to my free community where I'm going to discuss this more, especially when I finish coming live every day. When I finish this live, oh my goodness, I tipped it. I need to stop it. Sorry. Okay, the sound, it came through. Sorry. So I was getting a link for you. It's right here. Let me post it. So I'm inviting you to my free community. In fact, that's where I'm going. Right now, I'm going in that community. If you are watching and you are not in my community yet, click and come. That's where we talk about making money. Because all the things we are talking about is making money. Because if you have the money, everything is easier, my friend. Everything is easier. You can say, okay, let me put this over here. Let me put this over there. When you have it. But when you don't have it, that's when we struggle. That's when you have all these things, okay? So come, my free community. When I finish these, that to number 8, 9, 10. After 10, then we're going to come with a new plan. But I think I'll be more in the communities. I have 2 communities. I even have another one. It's very eye-opening. What did you get from this? Please, Sophia, I know that when you chat a lot in here, but then you forget to leave a comment after I close it. Please, when I close it like this, it becomes a video immediately. Please, 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 just add your takeaway. What did you take? I don't put it in here. Save it for the comment. All of you, please, I'm closing. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share this with any friend, anyone you know. Add a comment for me to move the video. What did you learn from this? Those of you who come watch it later, check the pinned comment, check the description. If you want to use this platform I'm using, it's called StreamYard, but I have to give you what do you call it, disclaimer or something. YouTube doesn't like it because you see all my recent videos don't have many views because I use StreamYard, but I like it. So I like it, but they want us to go like this, vertical. So I'll be doing some vertical ones after I finish this series to make sure school likes my videos. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm leaving now. Like I always end them, I said, take good care of yourself, take good care of your families, take good care of your health. Without health, you have nothing. And take a step to a better you. Please like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. Come back tomorrow around the same time. Okay. Bye-bye. Add a comment.